Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So, looking at Alien Worlds today. Alien Worlds has just had a really nice UI redesign. So it was pretty clunky before, and now we've got something that's much nicer. And obviously, I'm playing this on desktop, but it actually works much better on mobile. So it sort of dynamically resizes itself for playing on a portrait phone. So that's kind of useful for people who are playing on mobile because there's not a specific mobile app. So this is where I just sort of, when you log in, this is what you get. So I've got my username up here. You can see how much Trillium I've got unstaked. So we can see it's time to mine. So let's quickly go in and do the mining. So we haven't got all those pages that we had before where we had to kind of click through things, just sort of claiming the mine. I'm going to have to go through and sign it in my wallet that I want to do this transaction. I'm just approving that I could click that little box. I wouldn't do that all the time, but there we go. So now I see what I've mined. I've mined a few coins, and now we can see what I'm waiting for. So obviously the point of doing this is to make it much nicer, but also to get ready for the sort of the new features of the game as they're coming. So I've been sort of fairly critical in the past of the fact that there's not really been anything to do in Alien Worlds. And I had a chat with them this week actually to talk a little bit about their roadmap and kind of what stuff's coming down the line. So that's kind of it's good to know. That's sort of exciting that they've got a lot of stuff coming down the road. Just to use the interface, obviously this is showing all the NFTs that I've got. So I've got a bunch of different NFTs. I'm not particularly a sort of a power player. I don't think. I mean, I played it quite a bit when it came out, and as much as you play it, you just sort of mine stuff out, don't you? But we can see here, I've got my equipment. So these are the NFTs that I use for mining. We can see here these ones are. I've got 3 of these in use. So you can only have 3 of these. So I've got these sort of standard ones. These are the bulk standard ones that I bought. We can see sort of not so powerful, and obviously these ones here are ones that I bought on the marketplace, which are much more powerful, and they take longer. So my cooldowns take much longer to do, but I'm mining out more proportionally from doing that. So I've got the avatar. So these don't do anything at the moment, but basically you get an avatar, and I bought this female Nordic avatar. I mean, it's not, it doesn't do anything. It's just an avatar. We've got some weapons here. So this is when the when the sort of the other sort of parts of the game go live. I just bought some NFTs. I'm not really terribly sure how they work, to be honest, or if these are good ones or not. But I bought some. Haven't got any land. The land is if you own the NFT, then if people are mining on your land, you get a percentage of what they're mining. So mining last time I looked, which was a few months ago, was land NFTs were super expensive because basically you're getting a share of the Trillium that's being mined out. So you're basically getting a passive income on that. And I've got some minions as well. So again, when the PvP arena stuff starts, these are the ones that you would use for that. I got a bit carried away buying these ones here, and you can see I've got a few different. So I've got. You see here, this one here, I've got 4 copies of that one, but this one's a leveled up one. I think that's the case. Let's have a look. Is it going to tell me here? Oh no, it's a different. Oh, maybe not. But you can, if you have multiple ones, you can sort of basically burn them to get leveled up versions of the cards. So you can see here, there's the elements as well in the sort of top right hand corner. So that's all to come. And also, if we go here, we can see here again, just everything's sort of much nicer. The information is just displayed in a much nicer way. So I can sort of, if I'm switching between the planets, I can sort of simply do it here. I can switch the land between, I'm choosing a particular location on the planet to mine. I can change that. I can change the planet. You can see at the moment I'm mining on this one here, Geothermal Springs, on this planet here. And we can see how much Trillium is mined is on that planet, and sort of the rate, the rough rate, and the percentage that I give to the landowner. So yeah, the shining is where you sort of level up the cards so you can forge them to increase their shine. Is that there? Governance. This is sort of an interesting sort of thing here. So you can. I've got some unstaked Trillium here that I can stake on these different planets, and there's quite a deep sort of feature here. Maybe not fully implemented yet, although it is to some degree, where these sort of can work as DAOs. So people who you're staking some of your tokens into these planets, and the ones with the planets with the most Trillium staked get a bigger proportion of the daily drop and all this sort of stuff. So We can see here every time. So I've got some staked in this planet. I've got some staked in another one as well. So we can see here the planet treasury is 6 billion there. Do the numbers. 12 billion on there. I mean, you can go through it all. So if I wanted to, I could go and stake my tokens. I probably need to think a bit more seriously about probably staking them on one anyway. But there's that sort of stuff there. And it's just also a teleport here, which is to do with moving tokens around from different blockchains, and then missions. This is the sort of thing that's going to be unlocked in future, which allows you to do sort of other things. And we can see here. So this is running on the Wax blockchain, but also they have some stuff running on the Binance Smart Chain as well. So you can connect your MetaMask, or if I was logged into my MetaMask, I could connect that to Binance Smart Chain as well. So yeah, just a really not really changing the underlying functionality of what you're doing, but just it's amazing how a nice user interface can sort of just change everything around and make it a much more sort of appealing experience. I mean, that's what it's called, user experience, isn't it? Because it's just much nicer to do. So I can, if I wanted to, you see, I'm currently mining on this planet. If I wanted to, I could go and sort of mine somewhere else. So anyway, yeah, I'm interested about Alien Worlds. There's not much has happened really for the past few months. I think the team have been a bit overwhelmed with all the stuff going on there, and they've had to sort of build the plane while flying the plane, and that's pretty difficult. But finally some stuff's coming down the line, and so we expect to see some good things from Alien Worlds. And it is interesting that the user count has remained pretty steady. So over 200,000 DAUs. The token price, which I sort of assumed would just go to zero, because basically you're just mining this stuff out and you can sell it. So you need some good group of people to be buying it back up again to sort of maintain the price. So that sort of happened really. The price has fluctuated of the Trillium token, but it hasn't gone to zero. It's gone up and down. So clearly there are people who are buying this stuff up, and people who are committed to this more sort of meta game where you're doing governance around these planets and things like that. So anyway, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on Alien Worlds. I think it's. I was a bit dismissive, so sorry about that. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Blockchain Gaming World. We're keeping our finger on the pulse of what's going on, and increasing number of blockchains. So there's a lot to look forward to. Please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching this one.